Can you guys please answer this? What is this? Result of A union B?
Set of 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. What is A intersection B?
It's 2.
And A union all? It's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And what is A minus B?
No.
A minus B is only 1.
4.
1. Only values present in A will get displayed. That's it. Okay. We use all these kind of set operations in database side to combine like two reports. If you want to combine results of two datasets, then you will be using these kind of set operations. Okay. Let me put this from database and how you are going to use this. Whenever we are going to use this set operations in database side, we have a constraint. Do you have any idea whether what is that? If you want to use this set operations, we do have a constraint. If it is not satisfying, then it's not going to work in database end even.
Okay.
The constraint is both these columns should be same. Okay, the number of columns must be same, as well as the data type of columns must also be same in order to combine results of two queries, or else it's going to throw up an error. Let me show that to you practically. It seems to be very slow today. Okay, let me do one thing. Select I'm writing a query to fetch two values from database. Okay, two columns. Select ename, comma, job from EMP. Now I got these results of ename as well as job. Now I want results like I'm getting results from this department table. I don't know why it is so slow today. Select ename, comma, If you want to combine these two results, then I can use anything like union. See, now both these results got combined over here. Okay, but if I'm using anything like salve over here, here now the number of columns are getting mismatched over here. If you are doing this kind of operations, then it's going to throw up an error. See, here it is displaying something like incorrect number of result columns. Or else if I do something like I will balance the number of columns over here. Now if I execute that, I'm going to get an error again. The error I'm getting over here is expression must have same data type as corresponding expression. Okay, by this we can observe clearly that if you want to use these set operations, even in database end, it has some constraints. That is, the metadata of both the things must be same. The metadata structure. I mean, it is not very much worried about the column names, but the data type of the columns and number of columns must match. Okay, the data type of the columns as well as the number of columns must match, so that we can conduct all these kind of set operations in database side even. And coming to OBIEE level, to work with set operations, the total number of columns in two requests must be same. That is, if you are generating two reports, then the total number of columns in that two requests must be same. And the same thing applies in OBIEE even, that is the corresponding column data types must also be same. And union is not going to provide any kind of duplicates, because union is nothing but it will be just combining the distinct values of both A and B. But whereas in union all, we will be getting a lot of duplicates. We need to take care while selecting which kind of operator do we need. And coming to the OBIEE part, in OBIEE, this concept can be developed for, used for the development of reports. Like if you have something like two subject areas where we have successful transactions, and we have a subject area where we have all successful transactions, and we do have a subject area where we have all failure transactions. If you need a report with a combination of both successful and failure transactions, then we make use of these kind of set operations in OBIEE. And coming to this features of OBIEE 10G and as well as OBIEE 11G, previously in OBIEE 10G, if we want to combine results of two subject areas, the only go that we have over here is by using this set operations. In OBIEE 10G, this is the only option that is available to combine results from two subject areas. But whereas in OBIEE 11G, we have an option called as add subject area option over here. Okay, I will show that to you. Log into your analytics page. Now let me generate a report from the sales subject area M. I'm going to generate a report for customer's name, as well as dollars. Click on results. Okay. Instead of having these many results, let me apply a filter for dollars. Here I'm going to apply a filter. I'm going to apply between filter over here, and I'm providing values like 5,000 and the other value is 15,000. Click on OK. Now we have these few results. Okay. How to use this set operations is, here we have something called as combine results based on union, intersection and different operations. We need to make use of this particular button. Okay. Let me select it from result from different subject area. That is, I am going to select this sales AUT. And from this sales AUT subject area, okay, from this sales AUT subject area, see, you can notice one thing over here, that is this add or remove subject area button is disabled over here. Okay, instead of coming from here, we can make use of this button even, but we do have some constraint over here. That is, if you want this button to work, okay, we need to have two or more subject areas from a single business model. Okay, if the two subject areas are from single business model, then this button will get enabled. Then instead of clicking it from here, we can also make use of this button and we can develop a report from there. Okay, let me continue this now. Now I want a report with the same values from this subject area event. That is, from customers I need name. Okay, and from orders I'm selecting dollars. Okay, here I haven't even renamed this dollars column. Okay, this is fine, right? But for dollars, I am applying a filter over here. That is, here the value should be between 10,000 and 20,000. Click on OK and click on results. See, now we can see all the values that are between 5,000 to 20,000 because I have applied union operation over here. Okay. If you want to change anything from union all, then you will be getting more number of results now because I have applied union all over here. See, union, this particular thing 12,000 lies in set A as well as in set B over here. So it got displayed two times over here. But previously, when we have applied only union, we don't have any kind of repetitions. Okay? That is the difference between this union and as well as union all. And coming to minus operation, only the things that are present in set A will get appeared over here. Okay. This is fine for everyone, right? In practical scenarios, I don't have any good data in order to show this particular thing to you practically. But let me tell an example whether how we will be using this particular union all and all. Let me say we will be getting scenarios like we have some set of fact values over here. they will be calculating some percentages over here up to 20 to 30. Okay, values up to like we do have some sales fact column over here, and if percentages are taken on it, some for some kind of values like in e-commerce, if for some values like these spices and all, they will be taken in very less quantities. They will be taken in very less quantities. So their percentage share will be like 1%, 2%, 3% and all. And we'll be getting some requirements like if you want to develop some kind of pie chart and all based upon that kind of results, this 1%, 2%, they will not at all be visible even. So we'll be getting some requirements like if the values that are percentage of values that are generated are less than 3%, consider them as others. You'll be getting some such requirements. So in order to show that, what we will be doing is we will be generating two reports. The one report will be greater than, for all the values greater than 3, it will be taken into one report, and for all the values less than 3 it will be taken into one report, and we'll be combining both these reports using union. Then we'll be getting such require we can work on such requirements like that. And the moment when they click on these others, then it will get jumped into the other pie chart, that will have a detailed description of all the others, that is the 1%, 2% will be enlarged over there. Such requirements, in such requirements we can make use of this union and all. But naming wise, this is called as combining with similar request. Okay, this is all about this combining with similar request. The next topic we are going to jump into is a direct database request. The next topic that we are going to jump into is like direct database request. This direct database request is nothing but from the analytics page, if user want to query database directly, he will be skipping this entire RPD part. Okay, he'll be skipping this entire schematic layer and he is going to hit database directly. Then that kind of operations is called as a direct database request. But this direct database request is not at all recommended. Why? Because we are having this beautiful semantic layer over here. Okay, we are having this beautiful semantic layer developed, that is this RPD. We will be developing the RPD, and most of the features of OBIEE are applied in RPD only. That is, if security and query performance, each and every optimization, as well as each and every feature of OBIEE, that is security and all the other such features, are applied only in RPDN. If we are skipping that RPDN, if we are hitting database directly, then it's kind of bypass and we are not using any kind of OBIEE features. But if there is any requirement like it's demanding for us to have this direct database request, then only we can make use of this direct database request concept. But usually it is not at all recommended in real-time scenarios, but sometimes in an interview point of view, if they may ask you on this particular topic, then you should be in a position to answer. Okay, in order to work out on this, then we need to create a user, because this direct database request will not be enabled for everyone. Only for particular users only this will be allowed. Okay, let me create a new user and then start working on that. In order to create users and all, we'll be having a separate portal for that, for creation of users and all. That portal is called as WebLogic console. In order to log into WebLogic console, you need to use this following link. Okay, the link would be like the machine name followed by port number /console. For analytics, we will be using analytics, right? Here we will be using console. Login with the default user, that is WebLogic admin 123. Okay, in this page, go to security realms and click on this my realms. Here in these users and groups, we can create new users and assign the particular groups and roles for that particular users. Coming to okay, I will be discussing all this entire portal and everything in security part. Okay, let me give you a brief on what's happening in and around for right now. In OBIEE, coming to the security of OBIEE, we have three main things over here, that is users and groups, and we do have roles. Let us say we have around 300 users. These 300 users, based upon their nature of their job and all, each and every user will be associated with some particular groups like G1, G2 and G3. Depending upon their job roles and all, they will be assigning to their particular, and as well as depending upon their project even. Okay, the project users of some particular project, each and every one of them will be present in one particular, belongs to one particular group, like that. And coming to the roles part, roles are nothing but the access permissions. If someone belongs to team leader users group, and this team leader users group can have access to entire things, okay, then their particular role will be defined under roles. So we will be defining a number of rules based upon our business requirements. What permission should I allow? Okay, what access should be given to that particular groups, and what access should be denied, and each and everything will be present in roles. They will be defining roles name like admin role, consumer role, and all. But by default, okay, I just want to discuss this. But by default in OBIEE we have three roles defined. That is BI consumer role, BI author role, and the next role, that is BI admin. The default user that we will be using for all our development activities, that is the WebLogic user, will have this BA admin. He will be having this BA admin privileges. Okay, let me create a new user now. Okay, in this users and groups tab, click on users, and from this groups tab we can create new groups even. Click on these users and click on new. And here I am providing a name. Okay, I am creating a user with username Harish. And I am providing password as Harish @123. And click on OK. Now user Harish has been created. In order to, where is this Harish? This user Harish has been created here now. If you want to change password, we can change password from here itself. See, and we can add Harish to the particular groups that are present over here. That is BA authors, BA consumers, BA administrators, and all. Initially, I'm providing only this BA, adding him to only BA consumers. Click on save. Okay. Let me see what are the permissions that are available for Harish now. Login with Harish. Harish at the rate of 123. Sign in. As only consumer role is provided to Harish, the moment we click on new, see, he will not be having any kind of permission over here. He will not be having any kind of permission over here to develop any new reports, but he have only access to the catalog where he can access shared folders and he can view reports. That's it. He will be not having any kind of other access. That is nothing but consumer role. Okay. Now let me add him to OBIEE authors role. Click on save. Sign out and sign in again with Harish. Now he can develop a report. See, now options have been changed for him. Now he is allowed to create report and all. But even here, direct database request option is not getting enabled for him. In order to provide that direct database request, such secure features having security restrictions, we need to enable that from administrator tab. Okay, only admin users can do that. Here our admin user is WebLogic. Let me log into WebLogic and provide access for Harish for direct database request. This direct database request is nothing but here. Here in new will be having some option at the bottom. That is, when we click on analysis, here create direct database request. This option needs to get enabled for that particular user. Okay. In order to provide access to Harish for direct database request, I am going to administration tab. Here manage privileges. And here we need to search for direct database. I'm clicking on Ctrl F find. See here, edit direct database analysis. Okay, for this edit direct database analysis, we need to provide access to Harish. I need to provide access to this edit direct database analysis as well as execute direct database analysis. In order to provide access, what we need to do is click on this OBIEE hyperlink, and from here we need to add Harish and we need to grant permissions to Harish. Here by default the list contains application roles. As we are not providing this particular access to roles, we are just providing it to a particular user. Just click on users. If you want to see what are the users that are already present in our server, just provide star button over here. Just provide a star in this search box and click on search. And from here we have Harish. Move Harish to selected members and set permission to granted and click on OK. Now Harish is having permission to edit direct database analysis. And let me do the same thing for this execute direct database analysis event. Okay, with these operations now Harish is allowed to work on direct database request. Click on sign out and let me log in with Harish now. Harish at the rate of 123. Now you can see that when the moment you click on report, sorry, no, it's not getting refreshed properly. Can't sign out. Log in with WebLogic user and let me clear cache initially. Okay, let me remove this BA consumers role over here because this BA authors role is enough for to do everything. Can't save. And let me log into this WebLogic. Auto administration. Reload files and metadata. Click on this issue SQL. Now the cache is clear and click on sign out. Click here. Let me Harish at the rate of 123. Now the cache is refreshed and see now each and every option is available for him now. The moment he clicks on analysis, now create direct database request permission is granted to Harish. Okay, let us start working on this create direct database request now. New analysis create direct database request. Now here it is asking like through which connection pool I need to execute this direct database request. Okay. It is not going to touch presentation layer, BMM layer or anything. It is just going to touch only the connection pool. From connection pool it is going to take the credentials, user credentials of that particular okay, it's going to acquire user credentials from that particular connection pool and it is going to hit database directly. Let me check what connection pool do I need to provide over here. Okay. If you want to fetch data from this squad, I need to provide connection pool name as this Oracle underscore CP. Okay. And let me write a query like here. There is no need to write any kind of logical query or something. So we can write whatever the query that we use to access data from database, that is select ename comma job emp. Let me click on this validate and retrieve SQL columns, or else if it's not working properly then I can provide any fully qualified name over here. Okay, let me provide it like squad.emp. Even this is not working. See, sorry, this job spelling is wrong over here. Select ename. Select, let me select star and this connection pool names must be provided exactly over here. ORSCLE underscore capital CP. ORSCLE underscore capital CP. Sometimes this will be creating errors like this, but granted that direct database access privileges to access. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to provide access from. I have provided access from analytics end, but from RPD end, I have not allowed this particular Harish user to execute direct database requests. I need to allow him from there even. Why? Because see here error is getting populated like user or application role. Okay, this particular user or application role has not been granted the direct database access privileges to access the database ORCL. In the front end part, the direct database, this particular direct database access page has been allowed for that particular user. But from RPD part, we need to allow that particular user to access that particular connection pool. Okay, in order to provide access to connection pools and all, we need to provide access for that particular user from RPD end even. Okay, I'm sorry I forgot to do that. In order to provide such access, I think I have opened it long back. Let me close this and open. Okay. Open RPD in online mode. Okay, provide WebLogic user ID and password over here. Admin123. Click on open. In order to provide access to that particular user, we need to navigate to Tools, Manage, Identity. And here we need this Harish, but Harish is not available over here. So set online user filter. Click on star. Click on OK. Now see Harish is visible now. Double click on Harish and coming to okay. In order to provide permissions to Harish, we need to click on this permissions button. And in this permissions button, we need to provide access to what is the database that we need to provide access to Harish. That is this ORCL underscore CP comes under which database connection pool part. Okay, let me provide access to all the things. I think this is the first thing. Okay, let me provide access to each and everything. Hello, and hello. Click on OK. Check out. Let me check in changes now. Now by this operation, now I have provided. See, this is ORCL is the particular database name. Now I have provided access to Harish for accessing all these databases from RPD and event. Now he can come into the RPD and from here he can acquire credentials from that particular connection pools. Now let me do that. Okay, let me check that now. I think I need to restart this, reload this page again. it's not allowing it. We click on analysis, create direct database request, leave page. See, now it's fetching all the columns over here. Okay. Did you observe that here? Now it's fetching all the columns from EMP table. Okay, all these columns in EMP table are appearing here now. Okay, if you click on results, then that particular data will get available over here. Okay, this is how we can work with direct database request from analytics page, but this is not at all recommended anywhere. But be careful, and most of the time most of the people will not get permissions to work on this direct database request. But if it is like a small client and they don't want to invest some more amount on this reporting and all, then they used to come up with such requests. But usually many of the people will not allow to work on such requests. Okay, is this clear for everyone up to here? Fine. Do you guys want me to continue, or can we wrap up here for the day? Okay. Tomorrow I'll be discussing some interesting concept for you, because many people is in trainings, they are not at all touching this particular topic, but I have done some workaround for this. Okay, let me show that. Tomorrow I'll be discussing on some image prompts. Image prompt is nothing but you can make use of an image in dashboard, and the moment they click on the image, okay, like let us say we have some map, and we can define some regions like east, west and central on it. The moment someone clicks on that particular region, then backend it needs to provide some value to filter, and it needs to filter the particular report. Okay, I'll be showing this to you tomorrow. Okay, fine.